Well, it's 4 months, almost exactly, since I've had my surgery. So I started at 120 kilograms, which is 264 pounds for you Americans, and I'm now at 208 pounds, or 94.5 kilograms. So I've lost 26 kilograms, or 4 stone, or 57 pounds. Which is pretty good. So basically, it's a stone a month if you're in England and you know what stones are. But look, oh, my hair is quite bad, to be fair. Yeah, there's not much to. I bleach my hair anyway, and it's always been like coming out a little bit, but now it's like really coming out quite a lot. And I'm not freaking out too much about it just yet. But they say between 3 and 9 months is the worst time for it. But really, the main reason for this video, apart from giving you a quick update, was quite a bad and weird reason. That sex life really is weird, because I thought it'd be really awesome now I'm thinner, but turns out all my deep-seated childhood issues are coming to the surface now. Woo! So and I debated whether to talk about this on the video blog or not, and it's kind of okay. So I was sexually abused as a child repeatedly, and by various perpetrators, whatever you call them these days. So haven't, yeah. And I told you before that I've had depression and anxiety and stuff at various points in my life. I hadn't really realised how much this process would bring stuff back up to the surface for me. So when I've been having sex recently with my husband, I started to have sort of flashbacks to the sex abuse, which isn't very fun for me or for him. And I didn't want to tell him about it, so then I was really withdrawn, and he thought it was him. And I had some nightmares, and then I've kind of related my panic attacks and stuff to it now. And it's stuff that needs dealing with, basically, and I think this process now is bringing it to light that I really need to talk to someone. Now, the problem is that most of you guys in the UK or America probably had some kind of psychological screening, which I didn't really have and probably should have done, and they don't really offer you any psychological help afterwards, particularly. I don't know why, because they're really good at most things in Sweden and healthcare, but mental health, especially in the rural areas, seems to be very, very under-resourced and not forthcoming. So I felt a little bit guilty that maybe I should have mentioned it before I had the surgery, but kind of nobody asked, have you been sexually abused as a child? And then also I was scared that if I did say anything, I wouldn't get the surgery. So it was all a bit weird. I've joined a few groups on Facebook, and some of you that I'm talking to now probably on some of the Facebook groups that I'm in, like the gastric bypass groups. And I thought, come on, it has got to be, because a lot of people who are obese and morbidly obese have been abused as children or suffered some kind of trauma or rape or something like that in their younger years. And because it's one of those, becoming obese is like putting on a shield or a fat suit, like a fat shield they call it sometimes. So I knew that I couldn't be the only one it had happened to, and after posting in a couple of groups I've had quite an overwhelming response of people who it also happened to. But I was quite surprised by the most response I've had from a lot of people is, oh, ask for meds, like ask for medication. Yeah, that's really going to happen. I'm sorry if you were one of the people who suggested that, because I guess it can kind of help slightly for a while, but I'm not good with medication. I don't want to be on medication forever. I want to be a survivor. Sorry, it's all shaky. I keep banging on the table. I want to deal with it and be able to deal with it, and I want to not be afraid and not be a victim and not feel guilty and all this, and that's not going to come with medication, I don't really think. But the other thing is, some people have suggested I join some Facebook groups about it for like childhood survivors of childhood sexual abuse and stuff. But I found it really the term they use is triggering. Reading other people's posts about their abuse and how other people are not dealing with it very well, and it's kind of a not very kind of positive environment. It's all a bit not people feeling sorry for themselves. It's not that at all. It's about people are venting on there when they need to, and that's good. But I don't feel that's sort of helping me at this moment, because I'm quite vulnerable, and what I need is really some professional help. So thank you to the people who gave me the numbers and names of therapists who could maybe help. I need somebody I can speak to really online, because I'm in Lapland. Do you know, the worst thing was that it's all kind of tied in with my identity and who I am now and who I was. Even this Burlesque Babe is my kind of YouTube name, because I did burlesque and stuff, and I realized I had created this kind of sexual persona, and that is the person I was when I had sex, and I always got either someone who to like me, or get someone to find me attractive, all through this really overly sexual kind of persona that I've got. And I'd like to be able to learn how to sort of make love with my partner and not have to be that sexual kind of slutty person all dressed up, and but on the other hand, I don't want to lose that person completely, because it's an integral part of who I am. I'm a Scorpio as well. It's my star sign. I am kind of a open and sexual sort of person, but how much of it is interlinked with what happened to me as a child, and how much is it obviously just me? It would have been me anyway, whether I was raped or not. I don't know. It's so weird, and I know I'm just talking to you like you're gonna know. I don't know. Sorry about this. But anyway, well, my husband's been really understanding, and we're just trying things like having massages and making it more about making love rather than sex. Also, I've had 2 children, so there wasn't a problem before we had kids, because I was like, okay, I'm having sex because we're going to have kids, or I'm having sex to make someone like me, or I'm having sex to get attention, or something. It's really weird for me to think, oh, I'm having sex because we're in love and we're happy and we want to celebrate each other. And to me, that's just not sex, because it was at such a young age. It kind of fragmented my mind in so many weird places that I didn't know what sex was, or why, or who is this person. I'm just rambling so much. I'm sorry, but I hope you understand that this is like a really big thing and I have to deal with, and I would like to be able to talk about it on the video blogs. If people comment and say they don't want me to talk about it anymore, and I understand, and I won't talk about it anymore. And please don't share this to people who are just going to mock it or anything like that. I don't want to have comments on here, degrading comments or anything like that. Just supportive ones, please. Anyway, so 4 months post-surgery, fat shield melting. Who am I? Can anyone give me some advice about it? Has anyone else been through the same thing? Yeah, basically. I'm going to call this one Sex. Do you know, my video that called Sex got like 2,000 views, and the ones that are normal have had like a few hundred. It's weird. I'm going to call this Sex Explosion Extreme or something. Anyway, yeah. But I'm looking at getting some psychological help at the moment, from a therapist or something. Probably, and try like a local one in North Sweden, see if they can help me, and see how it goes from there. Food wise, doing okay, still eating too much chocolate.